Hey, what is up everyone? Pastor JAMZ here back with another review. And sorry I only released one video last week. I was pretty tired from a long work week, but hopefully, we'll still get things going on and catch up on the schedule that we have. But today we're doing an album review on the new debut album by the Marias. The Marias are a band consisting of two people, Maria and Josh. Maria being the lead singer and Josh being the drums. When they tour, they bring along two other friends to play bass and guitar. I found the Marias back in 2017. Thought they were pretty good. Have some really good lo-fi pop, psychedelic pop, and just all together sounds pretty nice. I've always been looking forward to their debut album, and now it is here, titled Cinema. You have 39 minutes and 13 tracks, two or three being just interludes and stuff. But yeah, let's see what this was all about. My initial listen, I was very disappointed, and that's because it sounds very unoriginal. The whole album just kind of doesn't take any risks, just follows like cookie cutter, like templates left behind other artists who have been successful in this genre of psychedelic pop. Her vocals are not as impressive anymore, just kind of cookie cutter, like I said, just following the footsteps of another artist who is more mainstream. Yes, they do have quite a following on Spotify. They have over 3 million listeners, but to me, it's just not something that is turning my head. I couldn't really. I wasn't even going to do this review, honestly, but I had to put something out for you guys, and this was the only album I had been listening to over and over again. And I just can't. I really can't wrap my head around this whole album. Really surprises me because of the lead EPs and the lead singles they released before this debut album are pretty good, and really give off a sense of drive for originality, and that's something that the debut album doesn't really give off. To me, it just seems like they compiled together songs that aren't necessarily up to their par. They just jumbled it up together and released it as a debut album just for the sake of being a debut album. Um, Cinema, in my opinion, is just not really putting up the edge on this genres of psychedelic pop. No bland messaging, bland vocals. Really just doesn't really try to be their. They don't really try to be their own thing. They don't have to. They don't try to create a sense of identity, and I guess that's fine because they have such a following that it seems like they don't really have to. But for me, I was really looking forward to see what they were going to do creatively on an artistic sense. Given that psychedelic anything is one of my favorite genres, major genres. Now, don't get me wrong, I've certainly heard worse albums before, trying to become this whole edgy psychedelic thing with such creative messaging that the artist itself kind of just feels like they're going way over their head. But here they don't try to, so it's not bad, but I mean it is bad, but I've certainly heard worse. It's just boring, honestly, and kind of just stretches out the album as long as it can and just leaves the listener wondering what the heck and why are they wasting their time listening to this. Um, Another thing, I guess it's not all that bad as she does incorporate Spanish lyrics and two of her songs, Un Millón and Little by Little. But the production is not that wow or ear catching. So those aren't necessarily the worst songs on there, but they're more of the decent tracks. The only track I could say I really enjoyed was You're All I Want. I thought the production was probably the most interesting there. But yeah, throughout the whole album, track after track, just talking about the same dull romantic stuff of the things that we've heard a million times before by other artists. There's no really personality within cinema. Maria, her vocals don't have any feeling. They just kind of are there. And the production by Josh, just not really that great either. Just bland and boring. There's no personality, originality, or flavor within cinema. I'm giving this a meh to bad 4. Um, I know that might seem a little high, but like I said, it's just boring. I've certainly heard worse, and really disappointed, honestly, that I, they couldn't really flesh anything out. That I guess I had high expectations. I'm not sure, but really sad to see that they flopped on this one. Hopefully, they can do better, and that is all I have to say. Thank you all for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share with a friend. See you all in the next video. Peace and stay safe.